Hey.
Hello, Rupert. I'm Joanna.
Yes, you're my boss, I know that.
I don't know if you heard about me. So, I set up this meeting because probably you already know I'm assuming the operations in Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you are the expert in Indonesia, and I really want to hear from you, like, about the country, what's your knowledge, and I really expect to count on you in my team, my future team, and so that's why I set up this meeting.
Okay, good. So yes, I think we have lots of things to talk about, and I hope that we can get constructive and find the best option for the company, which is my desire is really to find the best alternative for our company to grow and to capture the most of this Indonesian market. So so why not getting into it, and we know that we may have some differences of opinion, so but we can just discuss about it and try to see if we find a common agreement. Okay.
So as you know, I'm not an expert in the Indonesian market, and what do you think about the market? What are your expectations? Do you think it's gonna grow?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I definitely think it's gonna grow, but at the same time, I think it's also a very complex market, and you really need somebody who is an expert, like me, for example, or some of our colleagues here in the office who are Indonesians, that really understands not only the bahasa, but also the parallel language, the language of business there in Indonesia. And so that's why if we start speaking about the way to enter the market, which I think is the essence of our discussion, so my point of view is that I know that you want to go with an acquisition to go faster, and I understand the approach. But my point of view is that because of this complexity of the market, and we have some examples from other companies, let me check the name of this company. Okay, whatever. There was another company who really had a very bad experience doing that, and it's not the only one, that's just the most publicized one because they were pretty big. So they entered the market, but they had lots of lawsuits, and the local competitors were very aggressive on them, and so it was a big flop. So I would definitely recommend to try to do it organically. I think that we have the resources here in the company. I myself, I'm really willing to relocate to Indonesia because, as you know, my family is there. There is other colleagues in the office here in Singapore who also are Indonesians, and they wouldn't mind going to Indonesia working. So I think we really have a core team of experts that could help grow the business there. And on the second phase, we could definitely think of an acquisition, but I would definitely not recommend doing that before we have a foothold there, and we know better the market, and we have a brand perception already built in Indonesia. What do you think?
Yes, actually I'm here to listen to you, but like my goal here is like to define a strategy for the next 5 years, and as you know, the company wants to grow this market really quick, and so I would like to understand from you why the company didn't grow in the last years so fast here in Indonesia. What were the main problems that you see? Because we already had a team working on this market and trying to grow organically, and it was not working really well. So I'd like to understand what were the mistakes that we did, that we can correct in this line.
I see. My understanding is really just a resource issue, from what I understand, and the only knowledge I have about the situation is just that the resources we put in there, we invested very, very low. And that's why we didn't pass this critical threshold of saying, okay, we are a big player, we want really to capture an important market share. And so me and the previous CEO, as you know, me and the previous boss, we were really pushing the executive committee to give us more resources, because we were seeing this market was really attractive and growing and with a lot of potential, but we never were able to get these resources. And so with solo resources, it's not a surprise for me that we didn't make more than what we did.
I see.
So that's why now I'm pretty excited with the fact that the board wants really to start investing more strongly in there, and that's a very good opportunity, I think.
So what are your goals, Rupert? you said that you want to live in Indonesia because your family is here. What else do you expect for the near future?
Well, me, except of living in Indonesia, what is very important for me is that because I feel I'm part of this company for so long now, 15 years, and I feel like it's family, and I want the best for my family, and for me the best would really the most, how to say, the best strategy for the company, which would be to be organic growth and not inorganic, at least in the first step. So that's the two main points for me really that I would like us to figure out.
Yeah. So basically, you want to live in Indonesia, and do you think that the best strategy would be?
And I would like, yes, to ensure that this organic strategy is.
Yeah, my problem here is that I have the task to deliver a strategy, a growth strategy for the next 5 years, and we have very aggressive targets. And I would like to understand if in 5 years we would be able to reach those targets, which are really, really high. And if there is, what are your concerns with the M&A strategy? If we could mix like a little bit of organic strategy with M&A, and
so that sounds pretty good actually. If you say that it's a 5-year plan, my recommendation would be to go there organically, spend money for 2 years, introduce a real brand name and a strong brand, and after these 2 years, then when we are confident, we go for an acquisition, and we should see this steep increase from year 2 to 5. That would be what I would recommend to do. If it's a 5-year plan, I was not aware of that, but if you have in mind the projection of 5 years, I think that's an option we could explore of starting organically, establishing a foothold, having our brand recognized, and once our brand is recognized, then we can spend money on an acquisition. That makes much more sense for me.
Nice. And you see yourself as a part of the team?
Of course.
Can I count on you to be in Indonesia and to be my right hand there and help me managing all the team there? Like, of course, that you're fluently speak.
Of course, my family's there. As I told you, I've been 15 years in A&M. It's like a second family for me, and I'm really concerned about the company performance, and this is why I'm really being pushy with this organic growth, because I know from my experience of the Indonesian market, this is the best way to go. I'm really scared of going inorganically first. So of course it's because I want to stay with A&M and because I want to grow with the company, and if it's in Indonesia close to my family, just perfect.
Cool. So I have a proposal to do to you. Okay. What do you think about doing like focusing in organic growth for 15 months while we invest a lot in organic growth, marketing, like distribution channels, and we research also for companies to acquire during this period. And if we have like undervalued targets or really good targets for acquisitions, we start implementing after 15 months more aggressive strategy, so we can reach the targets that we have for this 5-year strategy.
Okay, so it sounds good actually. That's the kind of strategy I would look at. For the 15 months, I'm not really sure, but I think that I cannot put a number to say I said 2 years before, but I don't know if it's 1 year, 2 years that we need. 15 months is in the middle. I think maybe something we could do is to, instead of saying a number of months, which is just time, we should maybe put a level of revenue or brand awareness, for example. My concern is in terms of brand awareness. I don't want our brand to be, if we start inorganically, then we will have not full control of our brand and we don't know what will happen. So for me, the threshold that we should fix is a certain level of brand awareness, positive brand awareness, of course. So what do you think of that? We could fix like we want 40% or 50% of the population to be aware of our brand, and in positive
today
terms,
what's the measure? You don't know. No, but let's
say 5%.
Yeah, I think it's a really good option, but we could put as a target for we to reach this brand awareness of 15 months. Like if we reach in 15 months, nice. If we don't, then we see it again after 15 months.
So what about like maybe if I'm gonna be your right hand there and so on? What about linking that with a bonus for me, for example? I think that could be.
Yeah, I think it's like in my previous experience in the company, we had a very successful project in Malaysia, and after that all the team was rewarded because of the good work. And I think here is going to be the same. If we deliver good results, I'm pretty sure that all the team is going to be rewarded. So I see no problems with linking your bonuses with this brand awareness and the growth of the business locally.
Okay, so maybe can we talk more in detail about this bonus if we are talking about it now? Like, if we reach this brand awareness target in, let's say, I don't know, we said like 40, 50%, I don't know what. I'm not an expert, let's say 50%, does that sound good to you? Well, I'm supposed to be an expert actually. There is nothing in the case.
Yeah, I'm about percentage, so let's...
Okay, let's say we are a big brand, 50% brand awareness, positive. And so if we are able to do that in 15 months, so give me a bonus of, I don't know, maybe 30% of my yearly salary.
If we reach this brand
If we reach this 50% in 50 months, then I think 50% in 50 months is very aggressive. Really.
Yeah, 50% is a little bit above what the company usually pays to.
No, 30. I think it's reasonable. It's a very aggressive target.
Okay, if it's linked with the brand
a country of 240 million people and 70,000 islands, so
yeah,
TV is not everywhere yet. And
no, but to give this 30%, I need one thing from you.
Okay.
I need that in the meeting that I'll have with the CEO.
Yeah.
You support me in the M&A acquisitions after this 15 months.
Sure. So you mean I will come with you to the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Yes. So.
I will support you in the organic growth for the 15 first months until we reach the brand awareness, and after that, I need you to support me.
So definitely, I mean that's exactly what I would like. I think that once we reach this level of brand awareness, positive brand awareness, then we will be ready for acquisition, and that will help the company grow faster. I'm super happy with taking this challenge, so no problem. Okay, then maybe there is a last point that I would like to explore with you also. It's a bit of what will be my responsibilities if we do that. So we said I will be located in Indonesia, will be your right hand. I would like to understand, to which extent what will be my level of independence compared to you. I would like to have some power of decision. You can understand I'm a senior manager. I've been in this company for a long time. I think I know the market very well. I would like to avoid being every day calling you for any decision I have to make. I don't think it's your interest either. So, can we define which is the level of responsibility that I will get there, and where is the threshold of when do I have to,
Yeah, actually, in my mind, what I have in my mind is that I will count on you to be my local leader. So you manage directly the team that we have there in Indonesia. But at the same time, I'm the head of this vision, and once a while we can set up regular meetings, like once a week or twice a week, for you to let me know what is going on.
Yep.
And we can also set up some kind of measures or KPIs, me and the other people in Singapore will be able to assess how the growth and the operations are going. But basically, I will count on you to be my leader in the local office.
Okay, so let's say that except strategic decision, then I could take the daily operation would be run by me, and I would, we could have a weekly meeting, for example, to discuss about more strategic midterm objectives.
Actually, I will be in Indonesia for most of my time. I will be living in Singapore. Okay. But 3-4 times a week, 4 days per week, I will be in Indonesia. And I think most of this work is going to be done by us as a team.
Okay.
So, but the thing that I can guarantee you is that I will count on you to be my local leader and to manage all the staff.
Okay.
But I will be always supervising all the work.
Can we put a threshold on that in terms of what kind of of decision can I take by myself without reporting to you, and which ones I definitely have to report to you. That's kind of important for me. I like to feel, kind of independence in my work, and if we are everyday interacting, it will a bit, lower my level of flexibility on one side and motivation on the other side. I like to feel a bit independent. So can we fix, really a level, maybe in terms of money or in terms of strategic, non-strategic?
I think every month we could define a budget, and then you have like flexibility on how are you going to use this budget.
Excellent. Okay, sounds good to me.
And major strategy decisions, I think we have to do it together.
Sure.
Because I also have to report to my superiors in Singapore.
Okay. Yeah. I agree with that. Okay, sounds good. So I would just like to come back.
Let's say that expenses higher than $5,000, you have to report to me.
5,000? Yeah, it's a bit low. I mean, if I'm the general manager in Indonesia.
What's the number that you have?
I don't really know, but like 5,000 sounds like petty cash. I don't know, I was thinking more of maybe, 100,000 maybe, or I don't know what's our budget, by the way. It depends on the size of the company, of course, but like 5,000 sounds really like petty cash. Maybe, I don't know, like if 100 is too much, 50,000 maybe would be something.
How much, sorry?
50,000?
Let's say 30?
Yeah, okay. That's a big deal. Okay, so then I would just like to come back to, so we said this is 15 months, if we do it, we get a bonus 30%, then, because my idea is that the threshold for going organic would be this brand awareness level. 15 months is very aggressive. I hope I will do it because I'll get my bonus. Imagine that we fail to do that. I think we should fix, okay, we failed in 15 months, so then we should put maybe 24 months should be really the maximum, and after that, if we have failed, we'll really go for acquisition. What do you think?
But then you don't get your bonus, right?
Then I don't get my bonus, yes.
Okay.
Like for me, it's 15 months is really, it's the target. We try to do it even faster and so on and so on. If we fail, that's bad for me because I will not get my bonus, but we should fix, a second threshold, and after that, I agree with you. We can go to acquisition. So 24 months is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, my side, I think we are ready to work together, and I hope we do a great job in Indonesia.
Yeah, I think that everything is. Maybe there is a last point where we can talk about. So we talked about the bonus, but this is the bonus. I would like to talk about more the base salary.
And the base salary, what I have approved with my superiors is that if you be transferred to Indonesia, you can keep the same salary that you used to have in Singapore, which is like 50% higher than the local salary in Indonesia. So
I like to see if is it possible to get maybe 10%? Is it something that you could think about?
Nothing for this moment. But if we reach the targets, we can discuss it.
Okay, good.
So after 15 months, we can. You have your bonuses, and we can renegotiate ourselves.
So could we maybe fix a number now? Maybe already, like if we reach this target, maybe like 20% of salary increase. Would that be something? Because at this point we make an acquisition, we will become much bigger, so my responsibility will also increase.
You know that you have already 30% bonuses?
It's a one lump sum thing.
Yeah, so let's say 10%.
Okay, we start with 10.
So 10 and then...
Negotiable then maybe in this case?
Yeah.
In function of... Okay, so on my side I think completely satisfied with our discussion. Is there any other area you would like to
No, I think we are fine.
Perfect.